Welcome back to Be.Live. Be yourself and live your purpose. I'm your host, Roca Cruz. In this episode, we'll explore a powerful force that keeps us moving even when the excitement wears off. Self-discipline. If you've ever started something with so much energy, but slowly lost the drive, this one's for you. Let's be honest. There are days when we don't feel like showing up for our goals, for our health, our dreams. The mood isn't there. The inspiration is gone, and everything else feels heavier than usual. But here's the truth. Self-discipline is about showing up anyway. It's the quiet strength that keeps you consistent even when no one's watching, even when there's no one cheering. Motivation is great when it's there, but it's also so unreliable. It comes and goes. It depends on mood, environment, and energy. If we wait for motivation to take action, we'll often be waiting too long, or usually never. Discipline, on the other hand, is a decision. It's a habit. It's built, not found. Here are the signs when we rely too much on motivation. You're only productive when you're excited. You give up when things get boring or hard. You start many things but rarely finish. But self-discipline is choosing long-term gain over short-term comfort. It's making decisions based on commitment, not just feelings. It's choosing what matters most over what's easiest now. Example, waking up early, even if you want to sleep in. Saying no to distractions when you have goals to reach, or sticking to a study plan, workout, or budget without anyone reminding you. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your trust in you. You no longer wait for others to motivate you. You stop doubting your consistency and you start believing in your own ability to follow through. Because confidence isn't built by always winning. It's built by showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is like lifting weights. Muscle doesn't grow overnight. It gets stronger through gradual effort and consistency. Here's how discipline is built. It's like in the gym. We don't begin by lifting the heavy weights first. We start with a manageable load and build from there. Example, we begin with 10 minutes of focused work, like one small task or study session. It's easier to stay consistent with small efforts and with small wins to create momentum. We also build discipline when we have boundaries, like a workout plan. When we exercise, we have a clear routine: how many reps, how much rest, when to train. Discipline needs structure too. It's like no scrolling on social media until I finish my work. It's having rules to protect our focus and energy, just like a fitness plan. It avoids wasting time. And then track your progress. See the gains. In fitness, tracking reps, weights helps us see how we're improving. With discipline, tracking habits shows us that even slow progress is still progress. That's why we journal. We make a checklist. We write things down. And then we see small wins over time that keeps us motivated to push further. And then, of course, discipline, we expect resistance. Lifting heavier weights gets harder, and so does building discipline. There will be always days when we feel tired, discouraged, or tempted to quit. That's resistance. It's a sign not to stop. It's a sign that we're growing stronger. So, discipline isn't about avoiding difficulty, it's about facing it, just like pushing through one more set at the gym. So, building discipline is like training our muscles. We start light, stay consistent, increase the challenge little by little, add the weights, and trust that every effort makes us stronger, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Now, here's the story of Arthur. Arthur was a kind of person who always said yes to new projects, big ideas, and exciting challenges. But over time, he gained a reputation for something else, overpromising and under-delivering. He had great energy at the start, but rarely finished what he began. He always waited for that perfect moment or that right motivation to kick in. One day, Arthur stumbled upon a story about Taylor Swift. Not just her fame, but her discipline. You know, he read that Taylor Swift, from a young age, made a habit of writing songs daily, even when she wasn't inspired. She didn't wait for the next heartbreak or headline. She practiced her craft like a job. Even while touring or going through public criticism, she stuck to her writing routine. That discipline is what sharpened her songwriting into what is today, what who she is now, a powerful and prolific person. Now Arthur realized that success isn't just about talent or creativity. It's about consistency. So he started small, finishing one task a day without skipping. Over time, those small wins became his new rhythm. He no longer waited to be in the mood, he just showed up. Discipline might not feel exciting, but it's what turns effort into excellence. Self discipline is like a muscle, it grows with use. So, here are the prompts you need when journaling. Write these questions down and please answer honestly and faithfully. Number one, what's one area where we've been waiting for motivation instead of practicing discipline? Okay. What's one area where we've been waiting for motivation instead of practicing discipline? Maybe it's in the arts, some small thing, doing your work every day. What small action can we commit daily? And how will we support ourselves when the excitement fades? Motivation is what gets us started. Discipline is what gets us there. Whether it's waking up early, finishing a project, or keeping promises, every step we take, it's hard. It's a step towards our future self. Let's not wait to feel ready. Let's not wait to feel inspired. Let's just show up today. Start small, keep on going. This has been episode 6 of Be.Live. Until next time, let's keep believing, keep growing, and keep living our purpose. This podcast is for motivational and informational purposes only. It does not replace professional, medical, or psychological advice. Please seek support from qualified professionals if needed. So next week, we'll talk about managing comparison and how to stop measuring our lives by someone else's timeline.